I've helped out with being a mentor over at Hananiga. It's just been a fantastic experience, not just interacting with the students, even interacting with the other mentors, to meet other people in the community with that shared passion to actually see, the next generation do more than even we could.
I was happy to be a coach with the program last year and increase my involvement this year as both a coach and a mentor.
Being involved with the students is a fantastic, it's something that we hold high as a company, to actually start preparing students to even create their own jobs. There's a ton of thing in the news about someone bringing jobs to the area, but what an audacious idea to actually look to students and see if there's that potential in there to create their own jobs, that they're not just going out to the world saying, hey, anybody got work, but hey, I've actually got an idea.
I worked as a mentor when I worked in the Fox Valley area. This opportunity gave me an opportunity to blend in my experience in the business world and my education to mentor kids that were looking to be able to build businesses. It was very intriguing.
I love the fact that this program offers kids an opportunity to learn about what business is like.
It's been fantastic seeing not only the students engaging in the process, but honestly the ideas that they're coming up with are marketable ideas. I've worked with other schools where for the senior project, I think someone wanted to study perpetual motion, but here we're getting actually marketable ideas that when these are presented to adults, there's going to be such a depth of experience for the students in the room, and I can just imagine the reaction back from community members being like, holy cow, this is what we've always wanted in a school program. It's actually right in front of us.
I'm impressed with the fact that there's a program like this for the students. It's considerably different than anything I've been exposed to in the past.
To have something like this that expands on that excellence is something that's going to make this community stand out even greater. It's going to draw a lot more people into this community, but more importantly, it's going to give these young people in our community an opportunity to seriously impact the future.
It's very easy with students to go very high-minded, save the world, we're going to lower the oceans and, I don't know, contact Mars. But with the students, to actually see them coming back with ideas, I thought it would be a few rounds before we got to an actually marketable idea. I thought there would be a lot of coaxing and coaching to actually get something impressive back, but pretty much from day one, as the students came together and started working with each other and choosing the best ideas that the group found, that really made the difference for me, that this was something the students chose. This wasn't instructor driven. This wasn't after adults came and just got rid of all the bad ideas. They were actually coming up with fantastic ideas themselves.
Last year, the students that I worked with did an excellent job of coming up with an idea, building a business concept, and then going to a state competition to present that business concept. What surprised me was the diversity in the three students that were on the team. The way that they worked together, they collaborated, they came up with what was a great idea, worked it into a plan and a viable business, in a very short period of time.
I love how some of these kids can really kind of open up about some of the ideas that they're cultivating here, and the way that they're learning about themselves and what they're good at and what they're not. I think that's really kind of interesting when you get to hear some of the stories of these kids as they're coming up with these businesses. I've learned very quickly that it doesn't matter the age of somebody, it doesn't matter how old a student is. Anybody can come up with a wonderful idea and to grow it into something that can make a huge impact on the world.
Being able to at least introduce the students to the idea that the product is not the product, something I've had to learn as a business person, that yes, I have a great idea, I've got a great product, but can it actually get from the place where it's made to the place where it's consumed? And to help the students to go out and talk to people about their idea, to say, hey, this is what we've come up with as students, to say, I think this is a problem, what do you feel the solution looks like, to actually start them going to the actual people who will be affected by it and saying, what interests you about it? Because of course, as a business, it's not enough to come up with a great idea unless it resonates in the people you're trying to connect with.
When I was in high school, I would have loved to have an opportunity to learn about how I can offer my skills to make a better world, or even on a simpler standpoint, to make a better life for myself. And I think that as these students have that opportunity now, my goodness, they're going to be in a better place than I am.
It's very real world oriented. It gives them an opportunity to see what learning can garner them in the business world. I think a lot of times education, at least traditional education in the past, has been a lot more academic. This is blending academia with real world experience to give them a leg up once they get to the point that they have to support themselves.
Not only for the school having a great thing to bring to the community of look what we've done, having that impression that these students came from this school, but to just kind of break the barriers and say, you know what, these students are capable. If given the right tools, there is a desire still left somehow at this age, as much as we try to beat it out of their heads for creativity with how most people view public schools, to have something like this within the very institutions that people don't expect brilliance. To see that actually emerge out of the students, to say, you know what, regardless of how fantastic we are as a school or how much we could do better as a school, there's an untapped brilliance in young people.
Ways that it can benefit the community, I think, are various. Being able to reinvest in folks that are from this area to get them back out, into the marketplace, understanding a little bit about what business is like, is going to be very valuable to the community. And if you can foster that over, decades and through generations, it can be huge. It can have a huge impact on the business index here locally and even broader than that.
One of the biggest problems many communities face is retaining talent, educated, qualified talent. Something that I think this could offer our community is a source for these young people to learn faster about what the business world is like and be attracted to stay here, potentially even grow their businesses here in this area. Obviously, growing business in a community can be very beneficial, but I think even more importantly is having organic businesses that started here grow here. That could be seriously amazing for the state line community.